momentum. Momentum will be your best friend in anything that you do. Number two, execution. Most people don't do well because they don't execute well, right? They jump around from thing to thing to thing. They don't execute very well. Or they get an idea and then they don't immediately put it into place. And the third thing, which is by far the thing that has helped me to just make an incredible amount of money the most, and this is the thing that we're going to talk about on today's presentation, is learning how to get over my fear of outsourcing, right? Get over my fear of outsourcing and get to the point where I was comfortable with delegating things to other people, because as an entrepreneur, the gift and the curse is we come up with amazing ideas. We're great at, coming up with ideas and being creative people, but our downfall is we think that we can handle everything. We think that we can do everything on our own, okay? So this presentation is going to show you how Tom and I have worked together for many, I don't know how many years now, Tom, 5, 4, 5?
Got to be, yeah, 5, probably going on 6 now.
All right. So, and one of the things that we both became extremely great at is outsourcing. When I first started, I had no money to outsource. And that's one of the biggest fears, one of the biggest hurdles is to say, well, how can I pay someone to do something if I'm not even making money myself yet, or I'm not making much money in my business, right? The other fear is, how do I get started? I've never hired someone to do anything for me. So how do I do that? Right? And then the other thing is, again, as entrepreneurs, we have this ego. We think that no one can do anything in our business better than we can. How many people can relate to at least one of those three that I just mentioned? Right? At least one of those three. So put that into the questions box if you can. Absolutely. All right. So with that said, I'm going to pass it over to Tom. Tom's going to rock and roll. You guys can listen to his lovely English accent here, and he's going to share with you, just many of the things that we've done to just make a ton of money, while we're vacationing, while we're in the middle of a Caribbean on a cruise, while we're snorkeling, while we're, one time we were out and I forget where we were at, Grand Cayman or something like that, Tom, and I damn near almost drowned. We were out there having so much fun, but while we were away.
I think it was Grand Turk. We were in
Grand
Grand Turk.
There it goes. All right. And but while we were on vacation, our businesses were still thriving and making money, and people were doing the work for us. All right, so with that said, introduce my good friend, my business partner, just a good all-the-way around guy, Tom Jandula. Tom, you there? Rock and roll.
Yes, buddy. Thank you very much for that introduction. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Thank you for obviously joining us on this webinar, depending on what time it is. I'm not sure, depending on what part of the world you're logging in from. Hopefully, it's afternoon here for us in the US. I hope you all guys had a wonderful long weekend holiday. We just had the Memorial Day weekend holiday here. So time to get back into some training and teaching some stuff here. And I'm really excited to share this with you because, like Ty said, this is something that he and I have been able to go into lots of different businesses and generate lots of different streams of income in many different areas that we're not necessarily experts in, but we've been able to find and hire people and use other people's skills and expertise to be able to build businesses that have generated well into the millions of dollars. And it's really something, it's the great equalizer. It's something, I'm going to give you a mercifully brief introduction to me and my personal challenge that I had when I got online. And again, it will be mercifully brief because I know I want to actually get into this. This is going to be a training session. Like, I'm actually going to teach you the 5 steps to go through where you can hire someone and the filtering process that we go through to basically have success with any business model you want to follow. So that's what we're going to go into, and it really is the great equalizer because no matter what your background, your skill sets, there is always somebody out there that can help you overcome any challenge that you have with an online business. And we all have them, no matter how long you're in this business for. We all have them. So with that being said, let's just want to do a quick check here. Has the screen should have changed for you? So I just want to make sure that the screen did change. So just throw yes in the chat box if you are seeing the slide that says, who is this webinar for? All right, Michael says yes, Brad, yes, Jeanette, yes, awesome. Good stuff. And also, means you can hear me okay. Cool. The other day I did a presentation. I got 15 minutes into this, and the slide hadn't changed. So pretty. You would have just listened to my live come through. So I want to make sure that we're on point here, and I'll check in every now and again as we're going through, just to make sure that we haven't got stuck. That nothing's got stuck. And technology sometimes does. The tech gremlins like to get in and mess with me sometimes. So we'll check in. All right, cool. So diving right into this very quickly, I just want to make sure that you're in the right place and who is this for. So if you're someone that suffers from overwhelm, I know that I do very easily. I didn't come from like a corporate background or anything like that, where I was trained to be very organized. So for me, I get overwhelmed very easily with pretty much anything. My wife will tell you if I have to do more than one thing, if she gives me more than one task to do around the house, it stresses me out and I can't do it. So when it comes to an online business, there are lots of stuff we can do, from business models, and then each business model has its own set of tasks and stuff we have to do. So overwhelm, completely normal. And again, this is by the end of this, we'll probably go about 90 minutes, guys. So by the end of this, we'll have cured that for you. I'll show you a way out, get that monkey off your back. Again, technical challenges. If you struggle with the technical side, like I do, then again, by the end of this, we should have solved that problem for you, and it should be very exciting for you moving your business forward. If you need traffic, again, there are thousands of ways we can get traffic to our websites, and a lot of times the free ways of free traffic and stuff like that can be quite time consuming. It takes time to do. So again, if I'll show you how you can have other people doing it for you. And for every sort of outsourcer you have, you can make 300 times whatever it costs to pay an outsourcer. I'll show you, it's very inexpensive. We can have other people do that, and the profit we make from that way exceeds what we're paying them. So I'm going to show you all of this coming up. So if you're starting out, or whether you've got a business up and running and it's just overwhelming you right now, whether it's internet marketing, whether you're a speaker, author, coach, small business owner, this I truly, honestly, and sincerely believe, and Ty, I know, because like I said, Ty and I have partnered on many projects in the same way. In fact, a lot of what I know, I have to thank Ty for, because together between us, there's pretty much nothing we haven't outsourced, and it really is the missing link, in my opinion. So, very mercifully brief introduction of me. This is me on the left here. Sometimes short hair, sometimes long hair, as you can see here. But most of the time we're traveling, like Ty said, running a business. As long as you've got your laptop, an internet connection, and you implement what we're going to share with you here today, you can literally run a business and make anywhere from 6 figures to $1 million a year, doing in pretty much any model you choose to follow. So, mercifully brief introduction here, a few bullet points. Left school when I was 16 years old. Why is that important? Well, like I said, I don't have a corporate background. You've probably got a higher level of formal education than I do. I left because I wanted to be a professional golfer. That was I was an athlete. I wanted to play sports. In fact, I was good enough to get to come over to the US and play over here. But I was never good enough to actually make it in like the top 150 in the world. I got very good, but the bubble burst, and then it was like, well, I've dedicated this much of my life to that. What am I going to do now? So I found the online world, and I think like many of us do, I ended up buying everything under the sun and not really implementing anything at all. So I ended up thousands of dollars in debt because I was buying all I wanted. I knew it was possible to succeed online. I'd seen other people doing it, but I really struggled with it. I just couldn't get the bloody hang of it at all, and it was because my writing skills are pretty horrendous, if I'm honest. I'm dyslexic and left school at 16, so I never really got much better than that, so I really struggled with the writing side and the technical side. So anything, whether it was setting up squeeze pages or writing ebooks or going into niche marketing and doing content marketing, whatever it was, I would get stuck and I couldn't move forward, so I jumped to the next thing. Well, if that's something that you've done, who's done that? Actually, let me just ask this. Who's tried to do something, you've gone through a program and super excited about it, and then got stuck, and then sort of hopped on to the next one, and then done it, maybe you've even done that a couple of times, and it's become a bit of a self-perpetuating cycle here. Don't worry, I won't call you out. I certainly have. I'm notorious. I was notorious for it, so oh, that's cool. Lots of people saying yes here. I have, yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, well, again, this is what's going to stop that cycle. This literally, because anytime you get stopped, I can guarantee you there is someone out there who literally for under pretty much every time for under 50 bucks will get you over that hurdle. Every single time we can do that. Even for pretty much usually for as little as $5, as you're going to see, you can find someone to get you over that hurdle. So again, I went through the same thing. We all do. You're not alone. But again, and it can be totally frustrating and overwhelming. However, you don't have to stay there. Implement what we're going to show you here, and it can all change. In fact, for me, it changed very quickly. So I went from being, in about $20,000 in debt, actually, give or take, with some personal debt, and then spending on programs and courses and things like that. And in 12 months' time, it went from having no success really to, in my first year, generating over my first successful year. The first year I wasted time and money, but the second year, which was I call the first successful year, generated over $200,000 in sales online, right? That was the first year. Obviously, we've gone on to do over $1 million in sales now, just with these strategies, and nothing has changed. It's literally the same thing once I grasped this. I was invited onto MSNBC's Business Makeover Show, which is a TV show where they kind of go in and help a local business who's struggling, and I was asked to come in and talk about some offline marketing stuff with the website optimization and things like that. And again, the reason I was invited on there is because I was able to help lots of local businesses in my local area have success to build their websites and do email marketing and things like that. And again, the whole thing was outsourced. It wasn't me. It was just, it was outsourced. Kindle publishing, obviously, you guys know from Ty. Ty's probably the master of this, and he and I have been very fortunate to partner up with him on many projects and generating over, almost $30,000 in 1 month. And literally, neither he nor I do any of the writing for Kindle books, right? It's these little ebooks and reports all get outsourced. So it really just, I'm showing you this to show that it works in any business that you're in. And you can see here a screenshot of pretty much that $30,000 month from Amazon. Again, that was from ebooks that were outsourced and then put onto Kindle, and that money comes in like clockwork. So this really does work in anything you're doing. This was a book I was featured in, so you can see that this stuff really does work, even as far as no matter what business you're in. MSNBC had me in here with people like Guy Kawasaki from the chap who was the evangelist for Apple, and some other entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So this really, really does work. This is legitimate stuff. It's not something that was just made up last week and now we're telling you it works. This is a proven strategy no matter what, whether you are running a multi-corporation or whether it's probably like me who works from home, Ty and I who work from home from our offices, and we just have a few people that help us with some stuff, and makes life a lot easier. Apps, Ty and I started an app company. Again, app development. He nor I have any clue how to develop an app, but yet we were able to bang a bunch of them out really fast, get them into iTunes and all those things. Again, having graphic designers and people do that stuff for us, and all really on a very, very small budget, which again, I'm going to show you all that as well coming up. So how do we go? How do we do that? How do we do this? How do we achieve this in under 12 months? Or did I do this in under 12 months? From failing before? Well, you absolutely know it's outsourcing, but what does that mean? It basically means getting other people to do it for you. That is the key, and that I've affectionately named this process now because we've done it in so many different marketplaces. It is a formula. This is a formula. If you apply this formula to anything you're stuck with, any challenge, any business strategy you're stuck with, it will work. And I've affectionately named it the free time formula, okay? Because that's what it does. It frees you up. You can run your business literally an hour a day with this stuff. So let's dive in. Now, can everyone hear me okay? Everyone still, just make sure the sound's okay. I'm going to have a quick sip of water here. Everyone good? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box. Okay, yes. Raf said started, but the screen stopped. Guys, you should be looking at, you don't need to know everything. Can you just tell me if you're seeing that slide? You do not need to know everything. Is that the slide you guys are looking at now? Michael says yes. Josh, yes. Sonia, yes. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Arno says thumbs up. Les says yes. Batar, yes. Paul, awesome. Okay, Maggie said she's seeing a blank screen. Maggie, that might be on your end. You may have to, so lots of people are saying they can see it. So if you just try, if you just log out and come back in, it should pick you right up where we are and hopefully sort out the black screen for you there. Raf, same there. If you are having a problem, if you just try logging out and come back in, that should solve it. Okay, so first things first, when it comes to this, and it's an important concept you need to understand, is you don't need to know everything. One of the biggest hurdles we make is that we try and feel before we can be successful online is we have to learn everything, right? We go in and everything, every course or something we take, you think, oh, that's going to be the solution. And you go through it and it teaches you one thing, but you find that it now opens another 6 doors that you have to go down and learn a load more stuff. And the truth is, we don't have to know everything. We do have to know a little bit. We just don't have to know everything. For example, I have no clue how to build an app or get it in the App Store. I haven't written a Kindle book before myself in my life, right? I'm a horrible writer. It would not feel comfortable paying someone else to buy that if I'd written it. Traffic generation, all managed by other people. WordPress, Photoshop, graphic design, all that stuff. Again, I hear this all the time with people I work with and teach and talk to. Oh, I'm stuck. I can't get my WordPress. I can't get my website up, or I can't get the squeeze page up, or it doesn't look good, so I haven't taken it to market yet. None of that should be holding you back. You don't need to know that stuff. You can have other people doing it. So you need to stop being so hard on yourself. The problem is that having an online business, and this is the cold hard truth, requires work. It really does. I know it's, we see a lot of stuff about how to do stuff, how to do this without working at all. And that simply isn't the case. There is no push button system. The work has to be done. The key is the work doesn't, and I repeat that, the work doesn't have to be done by you, okay? But it does have to be done. I don't want you to think I'm telling you that you can just that this stuff just money magically appears in your bank account. That's simply not the case. You need to follow a proven strategy and implement what you're taught. But you can quite easily delegate all those tasks very inexpensively to other people. For example, when it comes to traffic, I have somebody else running Facebook ads, PPC ads, right? So we get constant subscribers, list building, all that stuff. But I have somebody else who does that for me. Any type of viral marketing, like content syndication, you can have people create content for you. They can go and post it on other sites for you, okay? And that gets viral. Stuff can go viral, and you get that stuff coming in. Affiliate marketing, you can have people go out and research for you good affiliate products. You don't have to spend all that time researching. Your list building and stuff, your list segmentation, deliverability, list management, if you do anything to do with your list, right? All that stuff, you can have people help with that. Assistants for a few bucks an hour can help you do that stuff. And you can share your training with them. So any training that you've got, that's the training. That's how you train them. You go through it, and we'll talk about that coming up in a moment. Blogging, content, you can have people post in the blog stuff. WordPress, none of this stuff has to be done. Now, stuff that people don't talk about, the legal compliances, right? Staying up with the legal stuff, it's important. Customer service, hugely important, right? So this stuff has to be done. If you want to make a substantial income, and when I say substantial, I'm going to say, in my head, that's over $10,000 a month, right? To me, I think if you could work an hour a day and make $10,000 a month, I think most people would be pretty happy with that. I know that I certainly would have been when I started out, but the beauty is once you get this down, you can scale it to the roof, right? Because it doesn't require more of your time. It just requires you hiring someone, training them, and leaving them to it, okay? So that's the key. Stop being so hard on yourself. If you're trying to do all this yourself, there's no wonder you're overwhelmed and struggling. Right? You're just, and unless you change what you're doing, you're going to continue to get those same results. By the way, this is a fantastic read. It's the Internet Business Manifesto by Rich Schefrens. That's where that image came from, and I just think it's such a wonderful illustration of like what's required and generally why we struggle online. That's the reason we get overwhelmed. But we're going to cure all that today. So this is really simple, right? This is the process you go through. And it's basically the process that I've gone through. It's what Ty's gone through. This is how we do it. We'll watch a webinar just like you're on right now because we love this business, right? It's a wonderful source, constantly wanting to learn and see what other people are doing. So you can watch a webinar, buy the product. You know, we did this with the app. This is how we did our app development company, and we went into the apps. We saw someone else doing really well with it, really liked the idea, so we bought the product, went through it, understood the main points. Now, that is important. You do want to get an understanding. You are the business owner, you're an entrepreneur. You need to understand how it works from a 40,000-foot view. You don't need to necessarily know how to set up, for example, how to set up a web squeeze page. You just need to know that you need to have one and what happens next after that. So you do need to understand the working of the business. That's your responsibility. But once you understand the main points, you can literally start giving that training to other people to go through and implement for you. It really is as simple as that, and that's what we've done. So if you've got an ebook, think about this now. If you've got an ebook or something that you've bought, some training, sitting on your desktop collecting digital dust, you can literally create some little quick little videos, and we'll show you how in this, with little screencast videos. From that, give them to an outsourcer, and they will implement it for you, and we'll show you how to do that. So just literally, as long as you've got something for them to follow, you will have success with this. Now, it does have to be a proven strategy, of course. If you're doing something that doesn't work, then no amount of people can solve that problem. You've got to follow a proven strategy. But as long as you are, this process will work, and this is how we've done this. It's that simple. So, are you guys pretty excited about this? We're going to dive into this formula now, the steps to outsourcing it. So, give me a big yes if this is something you would like to do. Would that be excitement? Do you think that would solve the problem if you could literally just take maybe an ebook that you've got sitting on your hard drive and just give it to somebody else, or give parts of it to somebody else to have them go through it, and basically you just monitor what they're doing? Do you think that would help? Lots of yeses coming in. Awesome. Oh, yes, Gillian. Cool. Excellent. By the way, thank you so much. You guys are really interactive, which I love, because it makes it so much more fun for me when you guys are interacting and stuff, because like I said, I really do love this and care that you believe in it, and I want you to do well. So thank you for humoring me there in the chat box. So, and I see a couple of questions coming in. Most of these I'm going to answer as well. And by the way, we'll have a Q&A at the end. So if we rattle through this, because I do have a lot to share with you, I'll stay on for as long as you want me to. You know, I've got nothing planned. I'll stay on and answer your questions until the cows come home. Okay? So let's get through the content. All right, so the free time formula. This is the process that you can follow for anything, to outsource anything you want to do in 60 minutes and monitor it and work it 60 minutes a day. Highlight your needs, cast the net, narrow the field, delegate and manage. And then step 5 is the crown jewels. And then 5.5 is quick cash strategy. So I'm going to walk you through all 5 of these steps. And this is the process that Ty and I go through each time we outsource this, no matter what we're outsourcing. And finally, I'm going to literally give you a quick example of something you could go and do, anyone can do with no prior experience, using what we've learned in the first 5 strategies and make some money. All right? So hopefully you're going to enjoy this. It should be action-packed, so we'll dive in. So step number 1 is highlight your needs. Okay, highlight your needs. So before we start outsourcing, you want to make a list. What is it? What are your needs? But what are your top income generating tasks specifically? So top income generating tasks are things that need to be done in order for you to have success in whatever business model you're following. So let me give you an example of, say, Kindle publishing, right? If you're doing anything with Kindle or publishing books on Amazon, right, something you need. You need an ebook, right? You need a report, an ebook, a book to publish on there. You need the document, right? It needs to be written and published on there, right? So that would be an income generating task. Now, you may be a writer and want to write that yourself, and that's fine. You can do that. You focus on your strength. If that's a strength and you really want to do that, absolutely fine. Focus on that and outsource the rest. So you're focusing on what's a term someone said, your true genius, and I like that. I've always liked that description. Focus on your true genius and let other people do all the stuff you don't want to do. So, Kindle book. We need a report. We need a Kindle book. Then what else have we got to do? Well, we may need an editor, right? Someone to look through it and give it a look over and make sure there's no spelling errors and edit it. So that would be a process. Then we need to actually get it up onto the Amazon's publishing platform so that people can download it and Amazon can promote it for us, right? So that would be a step. That'd be a technical step of uploading it. Maybe you want to do some of your own marketing for it outside of what outside of what Amazon's going to do for it. So maybe you want to set up a Facebook page, right, around the topic of your book. Maybe you're going to do a series of books. Say it could be on the topic of internet marketing, or let's say it's organic gardening, right? And you're going to do lots of little short reports, publish them on Amazon. So you build a Facebook page and get lots of people who like organic gardening, and then you sell them your books, right? Pretty simple process, and that really does work, by the way. Ty and I do that all the time. It's it's one of the ways we get that $30,000 a month coming in from Amazon. So that process works. All of those steps can be outsourced, but they do have to occur in order for you to be successful and make any money, which is ultimately what we want to do, right? I mean, I know we probably want to serve a marketplace and help and deliver value, but as business owners, the definition of a successful business is usually it's it's profit margins, right? That's what we want. We want to have a nice life off of this stuff. So that's what we need to achieve, right? So start off by writing those down. Now, if you're going through a course or a training, whenever the instructor or person teaching it says, go and do this, like they're telling you to go do something, that's probably an income generating task. So you'd write that down, and those are the stuff we're going to delegate here in just a second. So what can we outsource? Honestly, I don't think there's anything that you can't outsource. I haven't found anything, but here's a list. I mean, anything from copywriting. So again, if you need sales letters written, or even say a really good description for your Kindle book. If you're doing Kindle, again, on the Amazon, maybe we want to have a really professionally written description that gets people to buy over everyone else and stand out from the competition. Well, we could do that. Again, copywriting, we can outsource. I'll show you actually how you could get that very task done for about $5 here in just a second. Content creation. Maybe we're doing blogging, right? Maybe you're following a blogging strategy. You want to get stuff out on the blog and do content marketing. Again, we can outsource all those elements of those income generating tasks. WordPress, LinkedIn marketing, Facebook. I outsource a lot of Facebook stuff. I've had a team, a group of outsourcers that have post and schedule posts and find good content and post good content and stuff to get engagement out of various niches that we're in, like my wife and I are in the health and fitness market, so that's one of the ones we do there. We've also, like I said, for my business, for webinars and stuff like that, I've also got a person that helps me run Facebook ads that we've run. And in fact, we had somebody else doing them, and if I'd done them myself, it never would have got done. But by having somebody else go through and implement those, even without them being set up correctly, we generated over $5,000 the first month of running those ads, and they weren't even set up correctly. Now, if I tried to do that myself, all the funnels and everything else and all those things, I never would have got it going. But the fact is, by having an outsourcer, it encouraged me to get it going, and they went with it and ran it, and it worked. So again, this is such an important thing for you to grasp. It will move your business forward faster than anything else you do. Everything from Twitter, surveys, PPC, taxes, right? Who wants to do taxes, right? We have Bookkeeper. There's a little bookkeeper. People do your books every month, so you can just upload your taxes into tax software, and boom, you're done. Take all this off your plate, so that basically you can spend time with your family, friends, loved ones, traveling, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, basically. So if you've got a training, a course on any of these things, start going through and listing those income-generating tasks. Someone asked about a list about finding outsourcers. Jeanette will cover that in just a second. I'm going to walk you through how we find them as well. So action steps. Step 1. Write down those income generating tasks. Again, go through a training, an ebook, whatever it is, and just say, whenever they say go and do this, and if there's homework or something, that's your income generating task. And again, maybe you want to do a little bit, if you're a writer, maybe you want to do your own writing, but you don't want to do the rest of it. So you can do something if it's you really enjoy it and it's your strength, it's your core genius. The rest of it you can outsource, or you could outsource the whole thing. Doesn't matter, just get those income generating tasks written down. And I recommend you start by writing down the tasks that you hate doing, because I found that nothing will slow your progress more than trying to battle through your business on sheer willpower alone. So if you're constantly doing jobs that you hate because you think they're the most profitable tasks to do, again, you're going to struggle, because there's only so much willpower we can push through with. Trust me, I've tried it when I started, and I've got some willpower. I'll stick at something a long time. I've got that determination, but sometimes, there's only so much we can do before we just get hacked off with it. So start off with jobs you hate, then the tasks that you don't know how to do, and now we have our list. We have a base we can get started with. So what is the next step? The next step is casting the net. So now we have that list, we can go and find people. We want to cast a big net. We want to find as many people as we can that potentially we can start outsourcing those tasks to. And start ticking them off, right? And then we can start to get organized. We can literally organize a week and go, this job is being done this day. This job is being done on Tuesday. This one Thursday. And again, you're going to see incredible progress in your business. So list out those important tasks. Now we find someone. So this is how we do it. Now, the first place we go, or I recommend you go to look for this, is Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. Now, many of you will know what Fiverr is, but I guarantee you are not using it to its full capacity. If you don't know what it is, Fiverr is basically a micro outsourcing site, and it's amazing. It's a site where anyone will do anything starting from $5. And you may be thinking, well, what could you get done that's any good for $5? Well, the answer is I've used and have done for many years, used this for 80% of my outsourcing. Some businesses, a couple of little side businesses I run completely off of people on Fiverr. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples now. So hold the skeptical eyebrow. So this is Fiverr.com. You can see here. You just come over here, type in whatever your income generating task is, right? So let's take an example. We need to find a writer. I struggle with writing, so I outsource a lot of writing stuff. Editors, things like that. Transcriptions are a good one. Graphics, let's say you need a logo created. All these little things like this is perfect for. So you can come over here, you can see at the top here. Graphic design, online marketing, writing translation, video and animation. Programming and tech stuff. They have literally everything. Now, originally when this site got going, it was a bit of a joke, right? It started off with people posting silly things that they would do for $5. Like you could have someone call up your Aunt Betty on her birthday, and that person would sing her happy birthday in the voice of Kermit the Frog for $5, right? Now, pretty terrifying for Aunt Betty. Pretty terrifying for Aunt Betty, and very funny for us, but not going to make much money, right? Not going to make us much money. But it evolved. I mean, this site now, Fiverr is worth, last time I checked, was about $450 million, this website's worth. And the reason why is because it gets so much traffic and people buy a lot of stuff through it. So it's grown big enough now that it's attracted a lot of workers, people that will come and do work. So, for example, this person here would write a 400-word article for you on any topic for $5. 400-word article for $5. Okay. Let's say you want a longer article, maybe a newsletter, an email newsletter, and you want it $800. It's $10, right? $10 for 800 newsletter. So if you send out a weekly newsletter to subscribers, or you want to start one, again to build and generate goodwill in your marketplace, then you could do it for $10 a week if you want a nice long 800-word article, right? So the reason why these people are willing to do this, by the way, is so many people like me, and hopefully now you, go here and use this site, is they're willing to charge less because they don't have to market themselves, right? If a writer goes on here and puts their job on here, or a graphic designer, if they want to do this on here for Fiverr, they can charge less because the customers are already there. People like you and me are already there who are willing to pay them, so they don't have to pay to advertise. So it's kind of like free traffic for them, which means they can charge less. And a lot of times, I've done this a lot of times. So I've hired someone for $5. They've done such a good job for me. I've ended up contacting them and hiring them on a more consistent basis for more money. You know, I say, well, how much could you work for me all the time to do this stuff? Like outside of Fiverr, let's work out a more consistent, like on a retainer type stuff, right? So there's lots of reasons why people do this for $5. And one of the ways we find good people. Now, I'm not going to lie, there is some crap on there, right? There are some people that, you know, these are real people. Not everyone is great on here. I'm not trying to tell you that that's the case, but there are ways that we can find the good people, things we can look for. So it's quite simple. You can see here, everyone has a star rating. So everyone will, like with every successful job, people can leave feedback. And on this one, you can see here, this person's got 5-star feedback, But you can tell this is not just out of like 1 or 2 successfully completed jobs. This is out of 8,000, nearly 9,000 jobs that this person's done, which means this particular writing gig has been done, and people have voted and come back and said, 9,000 people have given them a 100% 5-star rating. Trust me, this person is a good enough writer that they can write anything for you on any topic. If 9,000, they're in 9,400 word articles, they're a good writer, and you can do that with anything. And if it's graphic design, you can often go through and see their previous work. You can look at the work they've done for other people. So it's the fastest way. You take your income generating tasks, pop over there, start plugging them in, and instantly you will be able to find people who are highly qualified, really good, who can do any of these jobs for $5 or $10. I mean, just think if you could go to your to-do list and your challenges and things that have been holding you back. How about in the next 48 hours, you could just have 10 of them done. You could have your squeeze page set up if you're doing list building and driving traffic. Squeeze page, you could have the graphics done. You could have someone writing emails for you, newsletters. You could find, I've actually even found some people to write ads for me on here. Literally, it's just an incredible resource, and you should all be using it, okay? Nikki said, can't see anything. Guys, just give me a check. Just want to check you guys can see the screen okay? Is everything moving along nicely? Can you see everything? Just let me know. I want to make sure you can see okay.
I can see here. Let's see. Yes, looks okay. I can see.
All right. Sorry, Nikki. It may just be on your end. My love, I apologize.
If you can't see, just try to restart GoToWebinar and see if you can get in that way. All right. So yes, right now, Mark, the Fiverr page is up. So you should see Fiverr.com on your screen.
All right, perfect. Looks like everyone's rocking and rolling here. Cool. Okay, so what happens, guys, if you can't find somebody on Fiverr? Now, it does happen. Some jobs it's not quite right for. And like I said, 80% of outsourcing can be done on there, especially if you're just starting out, if you're just getting going. But sometimes it can't. Sometimes you need something a little bit more robust done, or it just isn't quite the right place. So where do we go next? Well, next we go, there are lots and lots of other sites we can go to, like job sites. But one of our favorites is a site called Upwork.com. Upwork.com, write that down. And this is formerly known as Odesk or Elance. Like basically Odesk and Elance, if you're familiar with those two, they combined and they changed the name. So essentially Upwork is still the same site, it's still Odesk. They just changed the name and the colors of the branding, right? So again, if you're familiar with that, don't worry, you already know how to use this site. It's very simple. So basically, Upwork is the largest job site in the world now. But it really doesn't matter which job site you use. You could be using freelancer.com. So if you're familiar with Freelancer, that's fine as well. It's the process that's important, not necessarily the actual site you use. So if you have a preference to a job site, carry on using that, not a problem. But if you're brand new and you haven't done any of them before, recommend, again, Upwork is where I always start. So it's the largest job site in the world. Now, quick question. Who here feels a little bit overwhelmed with Facebook marketing, right? Who know, we know it needs to be done. It's the biggest, what is it? It's the billions and billions of people, like over 1 million people a day sign up for it or something outrageous. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy, right? But who here feels a little bit, knows they kind of should be doing it, but is just overwhelmed with the idea of doing it? Doesn't really know of all the different things we should be doing. I just want to make sure that yeah, lots of people saying yes to the overwhelming Facebook thing. Yeah, and I totally get it. I was too, not sure where to start. Exactly. It's kind of like, and in fact, Michael says here, not sure where to start. And Michael, that's exactly right. Like, if you start a site, you put a page up, but then nobody, how do you get people to like the page and do all that stuff? And it can be a little bit tricky, tricky to get going. So I want to give you an example here. So recently, I was helping my wife launch her business. Like I said, it's in the health and fitness market, and we needed to, she likes Facebook, she's familiar with it, she knows how to use it, so she wanted to put a Facebook page up and kind of use that as a starting point for her traffic. So one of the things she needed to do was get some people, get some word out about the page and get a few people to like it so that it didn't look like a ghost town, right? So that there actually looks like a bit of a brand there. That's how we launch it. So there are many ways to do it, and we could go into those, or you could just hire someone else to go through them. So that's what we did. We hired someone for her business to go and create that page, and I'm going to show you the posting that we did now and how simple it is. And again, it's not about the Facebook, it's about you can apply this posting to pretty much anything. So a simple job post, and this is how we do it. This is how we post the job. So we come into Upwork. By the way, Upwork is free to sign up. It's just an email address. Put your name, email address on. You don't pay any money until the job is completed if you do it the way I show you. So there's no money out of pocket. You're not risking anything until the job is completed, okay? You can see here, very simple user interface here. This is why I like it. It's very simple to use. You just click post a job, okay? That's it, post a job. And you can see here, you just fill in the categories. A lot of times it's based off the multiple choice options they give you. So for example, in this example, we needed social media marketing. So it was sales and marketing, and then we niched it down to social media marketing. All right. So again, if you wanted to hire someone to help you with your website, put up or do YouTube marketing or some video editing, you could just come in here and pick whichever one suits that skill set that you're trying to find. Then you go give your job a title. So in this case, it was really simple, just social media and Facebook marketing expert. Okay. All I'll say is always put the word expert in there. So when you're posting a job, always put the word expert, because again, it's just a psychological thing. You're setting a standard, and you'll see how that kind of plays out in just a second. And then you just describe the job you want. Now, you can get really in depth with this, but again, don't get overwhelmed with it to start with. You can also keep it very simple for the initial posting, just like I did. I just threw this up there. It was like, I'm looking for someone to manage and grow my Facebook page to 100,000 targeted Facebook fans over the next 2 weeks, right? That's how I wanted to help my wife's site page get up and running. So they must be real people and have active profiles with a genuine interest in the topic of our page. I'm looking for someone who can keep to deadlines and deliver high quality work in a timely manner. This is a very easy job for an expert in Facebook marketing. On the successful completion of this project, I'll be looking to work with you on an ongoing basis. Boom. Done. Simple as that, right? Now let me walk through. Although this is simple, there are some very key psychological elements to it. So let me just dissect it very quickly for you here. So again, you want to tell people what what's the word I'm after here? Be clear with your instructions. So there's no room for interpretation here. It's very clear what I want done, right? I'm looking for someone to manage and grow my Facebook page to 1,000 targeted Facebook fans over 2 weeks, right? So time specific. I was specific with the time, what I wanted done, and the time I wanted it done in. Okay, that's key. Then add in, and this is very important, your must-haves. So what are your things that you absolutely must have or will not tolerate, or something like that? So for example, in this case, it was these people must have active profiles and a genuine interest in the topic of our page. I don't want, we're not spamming people here. My wife has a real business that she really wants to help people. My wife's a personal trainer, so her health and fitness business, she really wants to help people. So she wants people that are actually interested in what she has to say, not just spam them with stuff they're not interested in, right? So that was an absolute must, right? Must be real people, must have active profiles, no fake likes and all that nonsense shenanigans that goes on, right? Have to be good. So write your must-haves. Another example of a must-have would be when we hire people for like app development, right? When we were hiring people to develop our apps to go into the iTunes store, one of the must-haves was developer must have an active app in the App Store, right? They must have an active app in the App Store so that I could go in and download the app on my phone and play it, right? Because we were doing games, so I wanted to be able to go in and download the game and play the game. Okay, so that was a must-have, right? So immediately you're going to start weeding out people in these first 2 lines here. You're still going to start weeding out people that are crappy and aren't good providers, okay? Some will slip through the cracks, but this is you're going in the right process. Looking for someone to keep to deadlines, high quality work in a timely manner, pretty standard. Easy job for an expert in Facebook marketing. This helps, again, weed out people that are try and rip us off, right? So someone comes in and says, okay, I'm going to charge you $10,000 to do that. you're like, well, hold on a minute. If you know what you're doing, this should be an easy job, so you shouldn't be charging that amount of money. Okay. Finally, the completion of this project will be looking to work with you on an ongoing basis. This is a really important thing to put in there because a lot of freelancers and stuff like this, they want consistent work. The hard part is keeping work, right? As soon as they're finished with the project, they have to go and apply to more. So if there is a chance that they can get ongoing work, they're much more likely to work with you on the price. This is how we get things done at a really reasonable low rate, and everyone's happy. All right, so does that make sense to everyone? Have I explained all that okay? Do you see the nuances within that little simple post there? And does everyone feel that they could post something like that? Yes into the chat box. I want to make sure that we're not losing anyone here. Brad, yes, perfect sense. Absolutely, says Sonia. Awesome, you guys rock. Cool. All right, let's keep it moving here. So, great info, says Jeanette. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that, my love. What skills are needed? Again, you just select the skills, pretty self-explanatory, right? They give you the options and you just select the skills that are required to do the job from the options that they give you. Again, if it was WordPress or website development or HTML programming or something like that, that's what you would type in there. YouTube expert, videographer, transcriptionist, any of those types of things. Then, again, skills required, that's the same box. Then job type, I recommend when you start out, always pick fixed price. Fixed price. Now this means that both of you agree on the price before you start the job. Let me repeat that. You agree on the price before you start the job. This way let's just say they're not as good as you had hoped. You're not gonna work with them for 4 months and they're not gonna be able to rack up a bill of thousands and thousands of dollars, right? You're not going to do that because you've already agreed on the price. That's done. And again, you only pay this price once the job is successfully completed. Okay. Some sites will hold this amount of money in an escrow. So in this case, you can see I put a budget of $20, but they may hold the money. But most of the time, it's just delivered on the successful completion of the project. So again, if it wasn't to work out right, this protects you, right? Your budget, and it allows you to budget effectively. You know, you could have someone do some graphic design work for you for $10, then you have someone set up a website for you for another, $30 maybe. So now you know your whole project is going to, for the month or for that week, is going to cost you $40, right? For 2 things to move forward. So that's the way everyone start off with that. There is times where you might want to do hourly, but again, that's more advanced stuff. And again, I want to get you guys up and running as easy as possible. Again, budget, select a budget. Doesn't matter if you don't know what the budget should be. This is just a guide. It's not set in stone. So if you feel like you over budgeted, doesn't matter. You can negotiate later. In fact, I actually recommend if you are unsure, put a higher amount in here. So let's say if you were unsure of the amount to put in here and you think maybe, oh, I don't know if it should be, is it 20, 30, $40? Put $40 because you'll attract more people and then you can negotiate later, okay? I'll also show you how you can see what other people are paying for the same jobs as well, so don't worry about that. Then finally, where do we want this to go? End dates, you can just estimate how long it may take. You put contractor preference, again, independent agency. We just tick all these boxes because we want as many people as possible to apply to this job. Right? We want to cast the big net. Now, if you follow those simple steps for setting this up, you will get some quality people. And the best part is, guys, you can't break this. Have fun with it, because if you post a job and no one applies, it doesn't matter. You just repost the job again. Or if you post a job and you don't get anybody that you really like, doesn't matter. Don't hire them and just repost the job again, and you'll get a whole new set of people apply who didn't see it the first time. Okay, so again, please have fun with this. You can't break this. There's nothing on the line. It doesn't cost you any money. Just go and have some fun with this. It is gonna be eye-opening for you. How fast you can overcome the challenges that have been holding you back. Okay, so then we just hit post a job. Ninja tip, again, if you don't know how much it's going to cost, don't worry. You can always negotiate on price later. Right now, we just want a good amount of applicants for our job. All right, so that's it. Dead simple, right? Now, within about 24 hours, you're going to have lots of people apply. But I just want to give you some examples of some of the stuff that we've posted and outsourced here, look, in our account. So, look, 24-hour virtual assistant needed. Formatting for a Kindle ebook that can go on Kindle, Barnes & Noble, CreateSpace. Writers. Someone to check online plagiarism, someone to write reports, short reports, 15-page reports needed, custom scripts needed, some video stuff, how to create video publishing on Amazon stuff, right? You literally, guys, you can outsource anything. Just go in there, throw it in there, see what sticks. Project manager for some internet marketing related stuff, all right? There are people on this site that will help you with anything. And you don't have to pay a lot of money either. Here's an example of a report, a short report that was written, 15 to 20-page report that was written, and you can see here the price ended up paying was $30. There were 28 people over here applied. By the way, this is a website called guru.com. Again, the process is the same. Doesn't matter which one you want to use, but we got 28 people applying. We ended up paying $30 for this, and this isn't like somebody from another country that doesn't speak English. So, you know, a lot of times, you may hire someone very cheaply, but English isn't their first language, so their writing skills aren't very good. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about creating bad products. I'm talking about getting quality work done. This person is based in the UK, in the United Kingdom, and you can see they've got 5-star rating on guru.com, and they were happy to charge $30 to get this 20-page report done. Now, think about this for a second, guys. Let's say you want to create products and you want to sell them online, like information products, and you want to create ebooks and sell them, right? And create affiliate programs for them and things like that. Do the market research. You could come on and have someone write a 40-page report for $60. You've got a product. That's $27 product. You can expand on that, create a $97 product out of it by adding some videos to it. Have someone go through it and add videos. Now you've got products to sell as your own. Is this eye-opening? Because if this isn't getting you pumped up and excited, then I don't know what else to do. Because this is, if this doesn't remove the barriers for you, then let me know. Give me a big yes if this is if a few of you are having some light bulb moments here. Peter says, "Oh my God, amazing info." Sonia says, "So grateful." Arano says, "Eye-opening." Awesome. Mine's exploding, says Peter Jackson. Cool. Thank you, guys. Awesome. And everyone else, by the way, the answers were flying in there. So if I didn't call your name out, I was just sort of picking the ones that I saw. Awesome. And yes, Tina, we are going to have some questions. I'll happily answer any questions at the end. All right. Whew. We're rocking and rolling here. I've got to go, though. I'm running a little bit behind on time here. As you can see, I do like to talk a little bit. So we need to try and keep the pace up a bit here. So step number 3, narrow the field. So once we've actually posted our job and we got applicants, how do we narrow the field down? So let's say you get 30 people that apply for your job. How do we narrow down the ones that are good and the ones that aren't very good, right? Because we only want to have the best people working for us, right? So, and within hours, you'll probably have people waiting. So how do we do it? We narrow the field. So we check the feedback and reviews. That's the litmus test. There are other ways, but initially, this is the first thing we look for. And this will weed out a lot of people and leave you with maybe a core 3 or 4 people. So we want lots of feedback, at least 10 reviews on this site. And I'll explain why in a moment. 4 stars and up. So let's have a look. So here's Florence, okay? So Florence actually applied for the Facebook job, right? She applied for the Facebook social media marketing job that we posted. And now, why did she apply? So you can see here, these are all the skill sets that she says she can do. Now, let me repeat that. These are the things that she says she can do. It doesn't mean she can do them. It just means that she says she can, right? So we've got to go get a little bit deeper. But, she says here, Facebook marketing, okay? She also says she can do a load of other stuff like Photoshop, photo editing, video editing. So again, where we posted and we said if on the successful completion of this project, we'll have more work for you. A lot of times people can do multiple jobs. So a lot of times you will have lots more work for them and you can negotiate the price down because of that. So what do we do? How do we check here? So we look for the stars. We can see here, pretty much 5-star rating, which is brilliant. But again, that's not enough, because again, anyone can do a job well one time, right? Anyone can do a one-off job and do it well. We want people that work consistently well. We want to see consistently high quality work. So how do we look? Well, then we look down here to the work history and the feedback. And no matter what site you use, by the way, whether it's Freelancer, Upwork, Guru, they'll all have a similar thing where they rate the people and you can read the feedback, okay? So no matter what you're using, this still applies. 28, and that's really good. Like I said, we always want to see the work history and feedback. If this is the first time you're doing it, I'd like to see you look for at least 20, right? The person should have at least 4.5 stars up here, or 4.5 star rating in whatever you're using, and at least 20 feedback. That way, we know that they are good and they are consistent and they do consistently good work, right? When you get a little bit more experienced and you know really what to look for, then you could drop this to 10. Anything over 10 here, I don't even bother hiring them, no matter how good their reviews are. If it's less than 10 jobs they've worked on, it's just, I don't want to take that risk, and I don't think you should too, either. So again, look for work history over 20 feedback on there, and 4.5 star. But that's still not enough. Still not enough. And this is where people miss these steps and make mistakes. Because she may be very good at what she does and do a good job, but all these 28, all this feedback, the 28 feedback, may be from, say, photo editing or video editing. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's really good at what we want done. So we need to go and actually read through the feedback and see if she has done any jobs that are the same as ours. And this is what I found when I had a look. So you can see here some of the feedback that she got on jobs, where one of them was, I need 800 likes on Facebook. Great service, will hire her again. Another one, 200 likes on Facebook. Thank you. Would prefer some European likes, but since I didn't put that requirement, it's okay, I suppose. So again, this is perfect, because this one here, this is pretty much exactly what I want, right? This is exactly what I'm posting for. And not only that, I can see how much she was paid to do the job. So, you know, my budget was $20 for, you know, to get over 1,000 people. This was 800, $15. I know that I'm spot on. I'm right in around there. And you can do this with anything. You can go look at the feedback, see how much other people are paying them to make sure that you're not overpaying or drastically underpaying in any way, right? We want to be fair. And that's the way we can check. So, and you can see, you know, people leave honest feedback here. This person should have been more specific in their description. Wink, wink. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's what I said to you, right? Be specific in the description. And this person wasn't, so that was his fault, not hers. All right, and that's it. Simple as that. Now we've found those things. Once we've gone through that and you've had a look for those people, and we've done that sort of litmus test, we just contact the person. You click the contact button and have a little chat with them. See how fast they respond. Do they respond quickly to a message you send them? That's important, because you don't want to be waiting. You don't want people waiting around for hours. You know, if they really want the work and they need it and they're good, they should respond relatively quickly. Now, bear in mind that they're in different time zones. You know, I've hired people from all over the world. You know, from Russia to the Philippines to California. Everyone's in different time zones, so bear that in mind when you're waiting for a response. But generally, I think people should be able to respond within about, you know, 7 or 8 hours. If there's anything more than that, that's when the alarm bells start ringing. Okay. But Bar says, what site was this? This one was originally when it was Odesk, actually. This was, or Upwork. Now Upwork. So that's it. Contact them, speak with them, have a chat, and then once you've gone through and had a good, you know, had a good chat with the person, if you like them and you get a good feel for them, and also as well, by sending a couple of emails backwards and forwards with them, you'll get to see how good their English is. Like, you know, if you are hiring for a writing position, if they're really sloppy with their grammar and everything in the emails that they send you, you know, that may be a good indication that they're not going to be the best writer for you. Okay, so little things like that. Have a conversation. You'll start to get a good feel, for what it's all about. All right. So again, I want to stress this point. You do not have to spend a lot of money. Graphic design work, right? This is the exact process that Ty and I went through to hire everyone for our app development, right? We hired the graphic designer. You know, we were thrilled with these graphics. We thought they looked wonderful, and these aren't just like web graphics. These are actual animations that have to be done to be put onto a phone. It all has to move, and it's a totally different type of graphic. And again, I think we paid like $60 for our graphic designer, and he was from Romania. And he was very happy with $60 because the average, the average wage there, I think in his local area was about $200 a month. So for him, he's making a fortune at 21 years old, working from home. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's amazing. This global business now is absolutely incredible. But like you saw with the ebook that we had written, that's, you know, people in the UK, and he's willing to do it for $30. So it doesn't, you know, don't just think because, oh, I need someone in the US or I need someone in the UK and that's going to cost me a fortune. It doesn't have to, okay? So inexpensive covers, ebook covers, Kindle covers for $5 to $10. Okay, so step number 4, and I'm really going to have to fly through these now, guys. But step number 4 is delegating and managing. So now we've hired someone. How do we communicate with them? Well, we need, the key here is detailed explanations of what you want done. Detailed explanation. So you have two choices. You can either give them written instruction, where you can write out the instructions for them, or my personal favorite and Ty's favorite is video, right? We give video instruction. Just like I'm talking into my computer right now and you're seeing my screen, we can create videos like this, little short 2-minute videos using a free tool called Jing, J-I-N-G, Jing, and you can get it from jingproject.com. It works on Mac and PC, and it's absolutely free. If nothing else, if you just go down and use this in your day-to-day business, communicating with people, it will have been worth you spending the 90 minutes listening to me teaching you this stuff. If that's all you take away from this, that's worth it. It's absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. It's currently free. I don't know how long it will be free for, so please go and, you know, I would go take advantage of it. But as of right now, it's free and it works on anything. And this is how you use it. So as you can see here, you can literally just take a screenshot of a website like I did here, and you can either take a picture and just write your instructions over the top, like you could tell them to edit the logo, or you could tell them to change the numbers or whatever you wanted, or you could have them go in and create a video of that area and say, you could go find a website and go, hey, look, I really like the logo on this site, and then go to the other site and say, but I really like the layouts and the opt-in box here, and just describe to them in a minute or two what it is you want done. If you have, say, like one of the things I'll do is if I say I've got an ebook, one of the questions we get a lot is like, or I get a lot about this is, well, if I give someone an ebook or a strategy to follow that or training to follow, it could be video, doesn't matter, but training to follow, will they just copy it and go off and do it themselves? Well, first of all, that's never happened, and that's a topic for a different, I'll answer that as to why in the Q&A at the end. But also, if you are worried about that, just create a quick video. Open up the PDF on your computer and create a video of the chapter that you want and read it to them. Like, you could just read the chapter and say, here's how you do it, here's my logins, here's my sites, this is what I want you to do. 2 minutes, send that video to them, and that's what they work on. Okay, so that's how you can break it up. In fact, you could create a whole little training area for anybody using this tool, and you just get and you don't have to download the video or anything. You just hit upload, and it uploads directly to Jing, and you just give them the link. So you just send them an email with the link, and they watch it. It is absolutely fantastic. Go and use this tool, or use it every single day. Heck, Ty and I use it when we're telling each other stuff. So like if Ty's got something to show me, he'll send me a Jing video. So honestly, it's that good. It's that good. So go use that tool. All right, and finally, the crown jewels. So step number 5 is the crown jewels. Now basically, you've got the steps now to go and do that, the first 4 steps to go and communicate and get your first project outsourced, right? We've shown you how to do that. But the good news is when you find someone who's really good, and if you follow my advice, you will find people that are really good, you don't have to keep hiring new people. Like, once you find a good graphic designer, and you just pay him whenever you need him. Like, you send him a Skype message and say, hey, are you around? Can you do this job? Yes, done. You get a message back, say, how much do I owe you? And just PayPal them the money, $10 for doing a job. So you just build up like this resource of good people to work with, and you don't have to keep finding them and hiring them. That's the beauty. So how do you keep them happy though? How do you keep your superstars happy and not going off and working for everyone else and always having time for you? Well, we've talked about providing good instructions. That's key. But also you can give them a tip. So if they do a good job, give them a tip. Now, the amount of the tip doesn't matter. That's entirely up to you. I'm not going to tell you how much you should tip. That's a very personal thing. It's entirely up to you. But the key is be sure to tell them why you're tipping them. So here's a perfect example. If you if you hire someone to say write an ebook for you, and you gave them 2 weeks to do it, and they do it in 1 week, and they do a great job, right? You give them a tip. And you say, thanks for doing it. It was a good job, but here's why I'm tipping you. I'm tipping you because you did a great job and you got it to me a week early. You got it to me a week early. And what does this mean? This means next time they do the job for you, you give them 2 weeks, but they now know that if they do it quicker and they do it within the week and it's still good quality, they're likely to get a tip. But it also means that if they can't do it for whatever reason, they're really busy, they're still within a reasonable time frame, right? You're not being unreasonable with your time frame, but you're telling them, look, if you do a really good job, I'm going to give you a tip. And honestly, if you treat people well like this, provide good instructions, and do these little things the way I'm showing you, you'll literally have people that will bend over backwards for you. I've gone through this process. The guy I have, I pay him about 40 bucks, about $47 a month, I think. And he just, whenever I need him, he just pops in and helps me with my websites. Like, so if something goes down or a video doesn't work, send him a quick message like, can you do this? He will drop everything for me and just come over and do it. I pay him 40 bucks a month or something just to be there to help me with anything related to WordPress. So it's not like set hours. I just pay him like a retainer and he's just there. And I found him. He's been with me 5 years, and I found him the exact way I am showing you today. All right, and I pay him like 47 bucks a month, and he's in Indonesia. So anyone can do it. This is how you keep them happy. All right, guys, we have covered a lot. I'm running over a little bit in time here. Are you guys okay for time? You want me to show you? I promised I would show you a quick way of how you can take this now. You know how to hire someone and how you can make money with it pretty much within 24 hours. You want to? Are you guys all right if we go a little bit longer and we see this and we dive into this a little bit?
They're saying, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't stop, says Tony.
Awesome.
Go, 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 says Arnold. Jeanette says, of course. Yes, says Juliana. Are you kidding? Don't stop, says Peter. Peter, you sound like my wife. Clear your dirty mind, Peter. I'm talking about when I'm giving her money. That's what I'm talking about there. Charlie says, really, yes, absolutely. Okay, so Tom, they're good to go. Let's go. All right.
All right, excellent, cool. I love the fact that you guys are enjoying this. This is it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
all
great
right,
group, great bunch.
So here we go. So quick cash strategy. Now, this has worked. I've shown this to a lot of people, and a lot of people had success with this, guys. And I've done this myself. The strategies work really, really well. And if you're brand new, this is actually quite an easy way to get going online and get some money coming in. So, Fiverr. You've seen Fiverr, how inexpensive, right, we can get things done on Fiverr. In fact, perfect example, these slides, this presentation that you are looking at now, the graphics, the logo, everything you're looking at now, I think it looks quite nice. It's better than just a white screen and everything else. Again, got it $5 on Fiverr. I think I probably maybe paid them 10 bucks total, I think, for the whole thing to be done. Okay, so really nice presentation slides. It could be anything, right? Now, there are a lot of people like myself that if you had said to me, I would probably have paid someone 40, 50 bucks to design this presentation and these slides, do the graphic design, I'd have probably paid 40 or 50 bucks. So what does that mean? That means that you could literally go and resell the services. So you could do, say, for example, logo design. We all need logos, right, if we're online. We could do logo design or writing services or transcription services, right? But let's say logo design. I need a logo done. You could say, lots of people out there charge, $700, $800, $900,000 I've seen logos going for. So if you said to me, I'd charge you $100 for a logo, if I didn't know any better, I would happily pay that. I can tell you now because I did it, right? I told you I help local businesses, and a lot of times they need logos and stuff redesigning. You can sell design services or any type of service at a premium all day long. And I'll show you how you can find these people. So let's have a look at how we can do this. We can go over to Craigslist. So are you, I'm sure here everyone's familiar with Craigslist, but we can pop over there, and there's a section over there where people literally post on Craigslist, and there is a Craigslist page for every city in the US. Every single city in the United States has a Craigslist page, and I'm pretty sure UK is the same, pretty sure Australia is the same, all these places. I mean, it's incredible how much opportunity there is. And they are asking for help with services. Let me show you an example. So, Auburn, Craigslist. Auburn. I don't even know where Auburn is. I do apologize, but it was the first one in the A's. It was in alphabetical order. So, found Auburn. But you can see Auburn Craigslist. So I went to writing gigs. There was a section on the page, and I'll show you this in a sec, that says writing gigs. So I clicked that, and you can see here the first two posts were freelance writers wanted and looking for writers. So I just clicked on the first one here, and it says freelance writers wanted. Local firm seeking to hire professional, passionate freelance writers to write and publish high-quality content for our site. Here's how much they're willing to pay. Part-time, $500 to $2,000 a month. Full-time, over $3,500 a month. Do you think if you could send this person a reply here, and you could go to Fiverr? I showed you that person at the beginning who had written over nearly 9,000 articles on topics online. Who is a fantastic writer. You could literally go and apply to things like this and say, hey, look, here's a sample of our work. Here's what we charge. Would you like to do a test project with me? It'll cost you X number of dollars. And it is insane how much opportunity there is. I'm going to show you just how much money can be made doing this. But this works for everything. So if we come here, you can see jobs. So accounting and finance, art, media design, customer service, marketing and PR. These are all things you can select from Craigslist that people are in there saying, I need help with customer service. I need help with finance and accounting. I need help with marketing and PR. I need help with technical support, web info design, writing and editing. Each of these, for every city, UK, everywhere, all have these in there. I have a client a customer I work with, Sarah. She's gone out and she created a customer service-based business. So she literally, and this is what she started it with. She went in here to applying to people who had said in here, I need customer service, and she offered it. And she went and hired people through Odesk who work for $3-4 an hour, and then, or $2 or $3 an hour, or whatever it is. I'm not sure 100% what they charge now, but she built a few people in there, and she'll do customer service. And that business now generates about $7,000 a month. I think she spends about, I think her expenses with the outsourcers are about $1,500, and she makes $7,000 a month, and it's totally hands-free and growing every day because she's now hired someone to go and apply and communicate for her. So she doesn't do any of it. It's totally hands-free. I got another person who's done the same thing with logo design and web design through Craigslist. It works so well. Now, not everyone is going to respond. You have to. It does take a little bit of time going through and writing some responses. But again, you could hire someone to go through and respond to all this stuff for you. All right, the possibilities are absolutely endless. So who thinks they could do that? Put on here who thinks that they could see the potential there and how you could go and do that. Another business we did was with finding people on Fiverr to go and do videos. So we created this one-page website that had some really cool little animated videos that go on people's websites, sell their products. We sent out some emails. We found websites that didn't have video on them and simply sent them an email with a link back to our page saying, hey, look, I think we could help you out here. I love your website. It may look better if you had a video. Check this out. And we generated about $2,700, I think, in a week doing that. Really simple. So it says genius. Lots of people saying, Sonia, OMG, yes. Cool. And guys, these are real businesses. These are service-based businesses that you can create, that you can have people manage and run for you, totally hands-free. And you're providing a massive service to people as well. People need this, they want this, and you know, you can provide it at very competitive rates and still make a lot of money at it. So it's really, really cool, I think. All right, here's a quick case study of someone that did this. So Joe's a customer of mine, and he went through my in-depth training program, my masterclass program he went through, and he's actually a programmer. He's a web developer and programmer himself, but he had a big project on, and he didn't want to do the project himself. So I'm not going to read the whole entire thing for you, but he basically says in here he was going to have to translate all the pages into he says here over 200 individual pages of content that he'd have had to have translated into different languages for his customer, 7 custom JavaScript calculators and all sorts of things going on that I don't really understand. But needless to say, it was a lot of work. He charged his client $20,000 for the project. He charged $20,000 for the project, and because of the strategies that he learned from me, he was able to outsource the entire thing, and it cost him $800 to outsource. So he charged $20,000 for the project, following the principles that I teach and teaching you. He was able to outsource it for as little as $800, and the customer was very happy with that. And he's just gone on to do amazing things with this. Now, obviously, guys, I'm not going to say that you can have those markups and do this, but it just shows you, you know, what's possible if you just go through what you're learning here and implement it. All right, it really does work, and we've had lots of people, and this isn't an isolated incident. You'll see in a bit. Lots of people have succeeded with this. So let's do a quick recap. Step 1 was highlight your needs. So go through, find something on your if you go through a course, an ebook, a strategy, let's say you got a Facebook training, or how to build a Facebook page, or how to do something on YouTube, or if it's SEO, anything like that, go through that ebook, course, whatever it is. Highlight your needs. Write it down, what you need to do. Then cast the net. Go through the steps I showed you to find people, cast a big net. We want lots of people. Then go in and narrow the field using that litmus test. You know, we look for the feedback. Make sure there's feedback. At least 20 people have given feedback. If you're using Upwork, for example, if you're going on Fiverr, make sure that they've got, there's hundreds of people that have given 5-star ratings, and you have a look through their portfolios and things like that. Then just delegate and manage. And I showed you the easiest way to do this to get great results, and that's using Jing, right? Create a little quick video, 1 minute, done, off, and they can send one back to you until you guys are on the same page. And then I showed you how to, we talked a little bit about how to keep your superstars happy, and then how to take all of that we learned and make some quick cash. Whew! A lot of stuff we have covered here. I hope you feel like we have seriously over-delivered in value here. So again, I hope you agree that we've received a great deal of information from me. But it is the case, if you've never done, like anything else, and this is, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it, if you've never done any of this before, like anything, there is a learning curve. It can be a little bit overwhelming, and I totally understand that. Like I said, we've covered a lot. So, again, things like you may still not be sure quite where to start, the right way to manage the projects, which site to use, how to write good descriptions and things like that, maybe how much to pay, all that good stuff. So what can we do about it? Well, is it okay with you guys if I show you a fast and easy way that we can make all this happen for you? Just give me a yes. I want to know if it's okay for me to share a little something about one of my programs with you. Just give me a big yes in the chat box if you guys are okay with that. All right, lots of yeses coming in. Go for it. Anna, yes. Sure. So Sonia, awesome. Thank you. You guys rock. That means you must have really enjoyed it. Fantastic. And as soon as we've done this, we'll go in for a Q&A as well. So anyone that had any questions, we'll rock those out as well. But it is with great pleasure, then, that I get to introduce you to my Free Time Formula Masterclass, where you will learn how to successfully work less and earn more by outsourcing your entire business and working just 60 minutes a day, which, of course, is going to give you more free time, quote unquote, and, of course, a lot more money to be able to do things that you love and travel and do all these wonderful things that really probably we wanted to have an online business for in the first place. That's certainly why I wanted to get into the online world, was because we can have the businesses run without us, and this is what I want to teach to you. So This is a 6-week program, which will basically bring you up to date on everything I do. I literally walk you through our entire businesses of how we outsource, all the things that we outsource, people we hire. I even give you examples and literally strategies that I've gone in and done that you can literally copy and implement for yourself. So you can go do training, learn how to hire the people, and then I give you all the posting, the project templates, everything, so you can just go and plug them in and do it yourselves. I'm going to show you how to start any online business pretty much from scratch, and how you can have someone else do all that work for you, including setting up your websites fast, having someone else drive traffic to you, to whatever your brands are. I mean, traffic is the lifeblood of your business. Again, and people struggle with this. You probably have, I did. You don't need to. You can have other people do it if you're following this proven formula. How to do list building, how to have other people build lists for you. People struggle with that, not necessary. Write your ebooks for you, become an authority in any marketplace in just 28 days. And most importantly, make more sales. The key to outsourcing, you don't just want to outsource for the sake of it, you want to do it and make money with it. You want to make sure that you're making sales and you're making a lot more money than you're spending on the actual outsourcing itself, so it pays many times over for itself. We're going to show you all of that. So if you like the sound of that, this is for you, especially if you want to cue your overwhelm and have a lifestyle business, the freedom to travel the world, all while making at least a 6-figure income online. And of course, you can go a lot more than that. Sky's the limit, but that's what we can definitely help you get to. And then this is specifically for you. And here's how we're going to do it. You're going to love it. So module 1 is all about how to start fast on a shoestring budget. When I started online, someone told me to outsource, but they were telling me I needed to hire a full-time outsourcer, for hundreds of bucks a month. Well, the truth is, I personally believe that is the worst way to start. You do not want to start that way at all. Anyone that tells you to do that I believe is wrong. The way if you're just starting out, you want to get used to the process, and we're going to show you all that in module 1. That's exactly what we're going to dive into in module 1. How to micro outsource 80% of your online tasks for just $5. And you can do this on any budget. All the sites we use, literally walk you through how to get stunning graphics created. And I do it live. You get to watch me do it. So you can even hire the same people if you like. Traffic generation, squeeze pages, blogging, video creation, video sales letters, and more. Like, all of that is covered just in module 1, including a $22,000 case study walkthrough using these micro outsourced elements to generate that money in just 90 days. Again, you can plug this into your program if it suits, and I'm sure you can go ahead and have success with it as well. Again, I can't guarantee the same results, but you will have results, and I'm here to help you all the way. So I'm also going to show you that in module 1, the secret site I've used that is fantastic, and you can get work done for as little as 2 cents a task. 2 cents per task. And this isn't just some site that gets crappy workers on it. This site is owned by Amazon.com. This is the site that Amazon uses to maintain and run and do everything on their monster site. Okay, this is what they use. We can use it too. I share that with you as well. So again, for 2 cents a task, there is no excuse that you can't afford to outsource. You should, and you're going to make way more money than it's ever going to cost you anyway. Module 2. That's all just module 1, by the way. Module 2 is over-the-shoulder hiring. So module 2, I want you to watch me do it live, so you can basically go in and copy the exact process. So you get my critical yet easy 6-step process that you must follow if you want to have success with this and build a great team. There is structure to it. There's process to follow, and I'm going to show you it to you. Again, you can even use the people in the examples that I give you. You can use the people that I hire and hire them for yourself if you like. No problem at all. One of my web designers is in there that I still use to this day, and you can go and hire him as well. So also, I show you how to negotiate great deals so that you never pay full price, and it's always cost effective to outsource. Module 3, we cover a huge topic of content. It's called Content Machine. And again, you've probably heard the term content is king. Well, that means that, right now it's all about content marketing and who provides the most value and content to your audience, no matter what you're trying to sell, whether it's software, whether it's books, no matter what it is. You want to provide great stuff. And if you're like me, it was a very overwhelming prospect to have to create all these different types of content. So I'm going to walk you through all of my best resources for getting content created, everything from ebooks to videos. We'll even cover full product creation and how you can, I touched on it earlier, but how you can have people create products for you. So you can literally dominate any marketplace you go into. You can syndicate this content across the web in just 90 days and become an authority in any marketplace, honestly. So again, if you don't have your own product and you want a product to sell, this is going to be awesome for you. So that's all in Module 3. Module 4, we move all the way up finally into the full automation, so 0 to full automation. And this is where, once you've got the hang of it in the first couple of weeks, you're going to see more. I can guarantee you'll see better results in your business than you probably have done with anything else you've tried to do. So at this point, you're going to be like, it becomes addictive. I know Ty and I have talked about this a lot, how addictive it does become once you have other people and you see your business growing exponentially. So you're going to often you get asked, how do I grow this now? How do I scale this? And that's when you want to look at hiring people. Maybe you could hire someone full time for starting out. I'll show you how to do it for starting out for just $180 a month for 40 hours. Or you could just pay someone part time. I mentioned earlier, I have a web guy that I work with on retainer. I pay him $47 a month, and he just anytime I need anything, I put a message in Skype. They come in, they fix websites, build web pages for me, whatever I need. It's $47 a month. I'm going to show you how you can do that for just as little as $2 an hour, and just have them there. So again, imagine how much money you could make if you had someone 20 hours a week going through and setting up courses that are just sitting on your desk collecting digital dust, right? You can have people after this, you can literally have someone, you have an exact process to have someone else go through it and implement it for you. So if you've been procrastinating and getting held up with things, this is the answer. All right, it works hands down. You'll see, you're about to hear from a lot of people that have done this very successfully as well. You don't have to take my word for it. But finally, Module 5 and 6 is all about my profit replication system. So the first 4 modules, by the end of that, you are going to be a master at this. You're going to be outsourced anything you like. So 5 and 6, I want to literally walk you through the exact income streams that I outsourced to allow me to make that $200,000 that first year online in just a few months, right? We were able to do it. It was the first year, it actually happened in a few months. And I'm going to show you the exact different income streams that I did to do that, so that you can simply copy what I was doing and what I'm doing and have somebody else go and implement it for you. Literally. It works great. You're going to hear a testimonial in a minute from Michael Tipper, who went through and did this exact thing and had his first sale come through in a week. So we're going to walk you through that in a second. But just to cover a couple of things, video cash stacker is one of the strategies, and I mentioned this. This is the exact method that brought in $2,700 in 7 days, where we went to Fiverr. We found an exact gig on Fiverr, like a video creation service, and we resold it by sending out a few emails to websites that didn't have a video on them, and we ended up with $2,700 in sales in 7 days. And again, that's the process that Michael followed and had great success with. Many people have done this. So again, you get this included, so you can just go and outsource it, have fun, rip it. I'm here to help you succeed. List automation. Lots of you, I know, struggle with list building. I'm going to show you how I have my outsourcers. I had 50 to 100 new subscribers a day through a specific outsourcing, a specific type of traffic, and how you can have your outsourcer, again, go and do this too, in any marketplace. Doesn't matter what marketplace you're in, this strategy will work. We do it, again, health and fitness, many different places as well that we can do this for. Some of the other things, I can give you behind the scenes look in a really fun project that I did called the Graphic Game Plan. This business, again, it brought in about $15,000 in about 45 days. And it's creating simple graphics for people that everyone needs. Just like I mentioned before, everyone needs logos. We need graphics for our websites and stuff. Well, you can have someone create those, package them, and sell the packages of the graphics. And it's so simple because everyone needs graphics and everyone has a budget. Everyone wants to save money. So you don't have to be hypey or salesy. The quality of your graphics will sell themselves. So anyone can do this. You don't have to be a master copywriter or any of these things. There's no experience required. And in fact, I have an amazing bonus for you. I'm actually going to give you some of these to sell for yourselves out of my own that I've been selling, but I'll talk to you about that in a second. Also, you get my jam-packed downloadable 60-day outsourcing blueprint. So once you go through the course, I want you to have this printed out so that any time in the future you want to come back and refer to something, this is the condensed, documented process for outsourcing literally anything you need, including templates and resources for outsourcing things like product creation, content writing, copywriting, designing, programming, customer service, all your marketing tasks, anything, and all the resources I personally use are in there. That is yours. You get that so that you can always have that as a reference, and of course you'll always be able to come back and watch the training as well. But this will be your, your cliff notes, your quick reference guide whenever you need it. All right, guys, so fast action bonuses. I mentioned to anyone that joins today, I mentioned that a second ago. I want to give you my business in a box. Again, I want to remove any barriers to you succeeding. So I'm going to give you the graphic packages that I've used in that graphic game plan that I was selling through that graphic game plan that I told you about. I'll show you how you can do it for yourself and add to it, but I want to help shortcut the process for you. So I'm going to give you these. You get 9 best-selling products that I've sold that generated over $15,000 in about 45 days, including, you don't just get the product, you also get the sales pages as well that I used to sell them, and the thank you pages, monetize. You basically get the entire funnel. You can pay someone $5 on Fiverr. They can upload these and install these, set up the website for you, and boom, you are good to go, rocking and rolling. And you can sell these. So and again, I'll show you how to do it all step by step in the game plan, but I wanted to shortcut the process for you. So you're going to get those as well. And I want to teach you as well, again, about one of the most profitable business models online, and that's continuity. Ty will tell you this as well. One of the most profitable things you can do is have recurring monthly income coming in whatever you do. So I want to give you the training on that. It's called Continuity Overdrive. So and how to set up a $10,000 a month business in just 7 days. Now, you may think I don't know what to sell monthly, but I've just given you 9 products that you could sell month after month. You could package these together and sell them over a 12-month period of time, right? So let's say you got 27 people at $37 a month, which is very, very reasonable for the graphics packs you'll see in there. $37 a month, just 27 people. If you just got 27 people that would want these, and I can tell you we've sold lots of them, so I know you'll be able to do this. 27 people at $37 a month is $1,000 a month in passive income. Okay, we're not talking millions of dollars here, but we're only talking 27 people as well. I know all of you on here have the ability and the capacity and the tenacity to be able to go out and get 27 people after I show you how in this training, okay? Definitely. You want to, and you can double it, you can increase the price, whatever you want. And this will work for anything at all. This was a workshop. It's one of the best ones I've seen and attended. You get that included. All right? So you're getting the exact system that I've personally used with Ty to build the dream lifestyle business. You're going to get 6 weeks of coaching. Again, just to a quick recap, 6 weeks of coaching, 6 modules, including working from a shoestring budget, how to overcome over-the-shoulder hiring, watch me do it live. You get the content machine, all the resources and stuff for creating contents from video to articles to blogging, social media content, all that stuff done. And from zero to full automation, so how to scale it up once you've got it going. And finally, you get the profit replication system, which is how I dive into the various different passive income streams that you can implement and have outsourcers implement for you. So conservatively priced at $997. That's actually the market price. You won't pay that today, but that is the market price. I believe personally it's worth a lot more. You know, like I said, Ty and I have done over $1 million in sales from outsourcing. So you know, you put the value on that. You also get your hands-free guides. So again, you get to download the project templates, everything you need, so you can just give them to an outsourcer and they'll be up, rocking and rolling. Plus you get the business in a box, which is the 9 ready-to-go products which are ready to sell. Again, if you were to get the sales pages written like copywriters and all that type of stuff for 9 of these products, that's at least $2,000 you'd pay. So you're getting that included today as well. Fast action bonus, and you get the continuity overdrive training that people originally paid $1,000 to attend that workshop. So I'm going to give you the URL in just a second, but before I do, I just wanted to read you this quick testimonial from Bob. Bob said, "Tom, I have really enjoyed your free time formula course. It has already paid for itself several times, and I haven't yet finished all the modules. I've taken a lot of online training programs, including online universities, distance learning programs, and I would have to say your free time formula has given by far the biggest bang for the buck. It's an awesome course. I'm just gearing up to fully automate my web development business. Thank you for opening a whole new way of thinking for me that has changed my life and for the life of my family for the better. It's an awesome course, thank you. And guys, you can see here, I'm on Facebook. I respond like I'm not just a hideaway person or a voice right now. I'm here. I'd love to help. This is what I love to do. I think it's the great equalizer, and I want to help you as well. You'll hear from a lot of other people as well in a few minutes who have done the same things. But I just wanted to share that one with you right now. If you already decided you're going to take action, I also have a couple more bonuses for you as well, because I really want to stack the value on. But if you are ready to get involved, go to www.myftf.com right now myftf.com/Ty, T-Y, www.myftf.com/Ty, and that will take you to a special pricing page where you can get the whole course, whole masterclass, and everything we talked about, the business in a box, everything for just $497. Everything. That's all my templates, my hiring templates, my resource. I mean, just the resources alone would save you in time $497. Normally, this program sells for $1,000. And but again, you know, Ty and I, he put this on for you guys and wanted me to come and talk about this, and it's something we've had great success with. So again, by going to that link, it's www.myftf.com/Ty, T-Y. That will allow you to get the program today for just $497. Plus,
Tom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, just leave that up for a second. We have a few people who actually they're trying to visit the site, and they said that you were going really fast. So let me just put that into the chat box as well, so that they can get access to it here. Let me just
grab that in the chat box. And guys, I have two more. I have two bonuses, and while Ty's putting that in the chat box for you guys, I will say this one thing: the next two bonuses are limited to the first 20 people. And you'll see why in a second, because it's something pretty special, and but we can only do 20 of them. So you will need to go in. If you are already decided you want this, go do this now, because they will go. I can guarantee you they always do. So you know, go grab it now. Don't hang around. Click the link Ty's putting in there. And
here's the other thing, folks. Once you get in, just let us know in the chat box that you're in. Just put "I'm in." Because Tom has a limited number of these bonuses, and we want to make sure that everyone gets them. So just put "I'm in" into the questions box once you decided that you're in. I know a lot of people are scrambling to get to the website right now. I can see the action here. So do that so that we know where you're at and we know what order you came in as well. All right? Because I want to make sure that one of the things, we had a problem couple of months ago where we had a limited number of bonuses and we didn't have any idea as to who came in first, second, third, whatever, right? So by doing this right now, I see we got Kathy, we've got Arnold. Arnold, that's a pretty cool name. I like that. We've got Leo, we've got Kaya, we've got Catherine, we've got Sonia. All right, so everyone's putting their I'm ins here, and if I didn't read off your name, that's fine. Just keep putting it in, and we're going to go in order right here. All right, so keep going. Keep going. We've got Celeste. We've got Mick. All right. The River, Arnold, and Florence. I like that, Arnold. Thank you. All right.
All right. You guys rock. Action takers here. I love it. This is awesome. Well, wait. Do you know what I love, guys? Is that you guys are already in, and wait until you see what is coming up next. It's you're going to be pretty happy. So, just to wrap through these last two bonuses. Again, you're going to be pretty excited about this. I wanted to really take away the main obstacles for you, like as many obstacles as possible. And the three main obstacles and questions we get, Ty and I get a lot, is, you know, overwhelm. So that's the outsourcing, we'll cover that. But also traffic generation, you know, how to generate traffic, and then technical challenges as well, how to get it all set up and done. So hopefully these next two bonuses will help with that a little bit with those things. First of all, I'm going to give you access to one of my membership sites. So, you know, you get the continuity overdrive training, but I want to show you that, you know, it's practice what we preach here. We have, Ty and I both have membership sites together and separately. one of those sites is called SOS Web Traffic, and it's basically the exact step-by-step instructions for generating free traffic that you can give to an outsourcer to implement for you and generate free traffic to your websites and offers. Okay, so every single month you get a brand new execution plan, traffic execution plan that you can just go through, and you can read through them yourselves and understand, and then delegate the parts you don't want to do yourself. Okay, 12 weeks, step by step. Lots of people have had great success with this, and I'll just read one of these to you. Dan Murphy said, Tom, SOS Web Traffic rocks. You've done a great job on it. Love the first issue. I really like the idea of leveraging somebody else's traffic. The step-by-step layout makes it very easy to follow and implement. Now, what does that mean? That means that it is easy for your outsourcer to follow and implement. Okay, that's the important part. Now, normally, this is normally you'd pay $37 a month for this. People are in there right now paying $37 a month, and it's a 12-month program, so that's $444 for the year. That's a true value. Obviously, hard cost value that people are paying right now. You get that included as well that you can give to your outsourcer every month. You have a new traffic strategy. Again, just imagine how much that can explode your business if you are getting hordes of free traffic every single month with someone else doing that work for you. So that is one of the fast action bonuses. And finally, the knockout bonus number 2 for the first 20 people is your very own virtual assistant. So imagine having your own trained virtual assistant already paid for 40 hours. That is what you are going to get today if you are one of the first 20 people to join. Okay, again, I can't stress enough, these will go, so please go in and get these. This person, again, the only thing this outsourcer, an assistant, can't do is writing. They're not professional writers, but as far as that's what the content section of module 3 will be about. But for anything like tech tasks, traffic generation, blogging, you could literally give the traffic strategies. You could set up your the business in a box, then give the traffic strategies to the outsource, and they could run that traffic for you if you so choose. Now, if you have your own business already up and running, you can have them do whatever, plug them into your business and have them do whatever income generating tasks you would like them to work on. Okay, so that is included, but obviously this is a real person. This is a real person, so you know, that's why it's limited. This isn't like it's us putting saying, oh, this is there's only so many digital copies available, right? It's not that. This is about this is a real person who has to be paid money. So that's why we have to limit this bonus, okay? That's the reason for that. But hopefully, if you're one of the first when you'll get in and do that, and even without that, that may not be necessary for you and you want to wait a little bit, that's fine as well. You get the other bonuses, the fast action bonuses. So you can go now, www.myftf.com/Ty to jump in there, and we are going to have I'm going to grab a sip of water. I'm sure Ty he'll tell you a little bit about things he's outsourced, and we'll have a chat, and we'll do some testimonials and answer questions, have some good stuff. But before we do that, we'll have a quick sip of water here. You guys have been rock stars. I want you to hear from one of my members of the Free Time Formula Masterclass. This is Michael, and he'll tell you a little bit about what he was able to do within 4 days of implementing one of the profit replication strategies. So let me just turn the volume up here on the computer, and I'll let Michael tell you his experience.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I'm a graduate of Tom Jandula's outstanding Free Time Formula program. I took that program, started, must be about 3 months ago now, maybe less, and went through it. And it's a 6 to 8 week program full of some amazing information. Now, I've been around the online world for some time. I've dabbled with it, and I've really made much progress, or as much as I would like, because I have a full-time business, an offline business that has taken up much of my time. But what Tom has done, he's allowed me to suddenly realize how I can leverage OPE, other people's effort, to help me run my existing business and also generate an online business outside of the stuff I'm already doing. Now, his stuff is very comprehensive. There is very straightforward, lots of videos, step by step, and very quickly I was outsourcing or outtasking certain tasks. But more importantly, what Tom has provided are frameworks of business ideas that you can use other people's effort to get working. And I took one of those and I implemented what he taught, and I now have a team of 2 people running an online business. And today, without any involvement of myself, that business made its first sale. It started on Monday, so it's just less than a week old. Made its first sale of £197 because of what Tom has taught. So it's an amazing program. I highly recommend it. It'll allow you to go through your inbox and pick all those things that you keep picking up from all these gurus sending you stuff, and they all work, but it'll allow you to make them work. So I can't recommend Tom's course highly enough, and his level of support, by the way, is absolutely awesome. The quality of his support, his interaction, the responsiveness is pretty amazing, and that in itself is worth the investment. So free time formula gets the thumbs up from me. Thanks, Tom.
All right, there you go, guys. So you heard from Michael there, and he's he's one of several people who have done very well with this. A couple of people ask about. I saw a couple of questions about is there a refund period? Yes, there is. You can 30-day refund period, so you get to go in, try it out, see if it's for you, see if you like my style of teaching. If it is for you, I'm pretty sure, by the way, if you've liked this webinar, you're going to love the training and the content in there. Now, I will say, again, if you're after a get-rich-quick program, this is not for you. I don't want that, but if you are, if you like what we've talked about here and you've really enjoyed this level of interaction and stuff, then this is definitely going to be for you. But you do get to try it for 30 days risk-free. And also as well, even if you're one of the first people to get in there and get the bonuses as well, just as a thank you from me for giving it a try, you will get to, if you did get the bonus with the virtual assistant, you still get to take advantage of that, like even if you decided the course wasn't for you, because one of the things I don't want people to do is just rush through this and think, oh, I've got to get through everything to see, to try and get everything and get the bonuses and stuff and before the refund period's up. I don't want that, and if that's kind of how you are, then this probably isn't going to be right for you anyway, but I want you to take your time. I believe people should go through things at their own pace. So even if you decide on for you, you don't have to use the 40 hours of the virtual assistant within 30 days. There's no rush. That's not how we roll. So I'm truly here for you. I want you to succeed with this. I don't want you to feel rushed and pressured. So yes, that is the answer to that common question. So as a thank you for trying it out, you also get to, obviously, a lot of stuff in there is downloadable. You'll get to keep all that as well. So I really want you to succeed. Again, lots of people have. We've got Lynn Loynes here, said, Tom, this is the best internet marketing course I've ever purchased. Each module is loaded with nuggets of wealth. I've received in each module more value and paid for the entire course. Cannot wait till the next week's module. Wait till module 5 and still excited. Thank you for creating it. And you can see, guys, this was on my Facebook page, and people jumped in after this as well. I just said, hey, Lynn, thanks so much for letting me hear that. And then Alicia jumped in as well, said completely agree with Lynn, one of the best courses. Then George jumped on as well and said, yes, Tom, this course rocks. And again, we have lots of these. Cindy as well. She's done some amazing things with the program, and you can see here, guys, I'm responsive, I'm in here. I want you guys to succeed. Alan has also had some great success with this as well. So, and again, we have many more. Gordon said 20 courses rolled into one. Harmonies, loved it. We've got Steve Hines, Deepak, all these people have done really, really well with this, guys. And again, I show you this because I want you to know that this isn't just something that's brand new and just come out of nowhere and it's untested. This really does work, and I want it to work for you. I want you to be one of these people up here as a success story. And yeah, so with that said, Ty, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here. So Tom, we've got some questions coming in. You have a couple of minutes to answer some questions? Let's do that.
Yes, absolutely. And guys, I want to say thank you so much. You've been absolute troopers here. Like, I know I do talk a lot, but it's because I'd much rather over-deliver in the information and the value and stuff than under-deliver. So you guys are rock stars. Thank you. You're still in here asking questions, and I'm absolutely thrilled. So first of all, thank you so much. I really do value your time, and I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It was great. So yeah, let's dive in.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people that are in. So here, this is the time now to ask your questions, all right? if you have some questions, type them into the questions box. I'm a big believer in the fact that there's no such thing as a dumb question. As a matter of fact, so Tom, what I've been wanting to do is, how about we do something like this? I want to add an extra special bonus on for everyone that's already purchased, right? So for everyone that's already purchased, and I know I'm putting you on the spot. This is genuinely putting you on the spot because we didn't talk about this. But are you cool? Are you open with maybe having like a little master class or like a one-on-one, maybe a 90-minute private webinar where we show some of the in-depth stuff as it relates to outsourcing? Like,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, we could just really just let people come in. Like for everyone that ordered, right? We can let you just come in. You guys get your questions because here's what's going to happen. It happens to me. It happens to everyone, right? It happens to Tom. Once you purchase a program, you probably have questions. And Tom is great at answering stuff. His course is really in depth. His support is amazing. But you're still going to have questions, right? And I see the energy that's on this presentation, and I want to be associated with you folks. So I think that if we just put something together like that, hey, Tom, do me a favor really quickly. I want to show you. I'm so serious about outsourcing. I want to log. Do you folks want to see like two of my accounts, like my Guru and my Upwork account? These are the accounts that I use to hire people, right? When I'm outsourcing. Do you want me to log in? I want to log in live just to show you the types of things that I outsource. It's just like ridiculous. Once you learn how to do this stuff, your life totally changes, and you start to look at things differently. All right. So let's see. Arnold says yes. Yes, please, says Ron. Arnold's in. Awesome, Arnold. Glad to see. Arnold, I know you had some problems. So, all right. So let me do this. Tom, can you pass the screen to me really quickly? I just want to log into my account, and I hope nothing goes crazy here because I'm doing this off of a whim.
Okay, so well, that's interesting. Go to webinars, change something here. It now shows everyone.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me do it. Let me take the screen. I'll do it from my side here. Request keyboard and mouse control. All right. So.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. It says give control. Okay, I'm gonna rock that now. Give control. There we go.
All right. Cool. So now let me. Oh wait, I still see your screen, Tom.
Okay.
Hold on, bear with us, guys. We didn't plan on doing this. I didn't plan on doing it, Tom.
There you go, guys. You can see this is live because we're just we're freestyling now. I'm assuming it's. Tom, I'm assuming you're at the bottom here as webinar support organizer. Is that correct?
Yes. All right. So now, okay. So you guys see Upwork right now? Do you see that on your screen, Tom? Can you see that?
Hold on. I need to get out of my big screen here and back in here. Yes, buddy. We
in
can.
the questions box, put yes if you can see Upwork. Let's see. I'm not seeing the yeses come in. Or if you can see Guru. I just switched over to Guru. Okay,
yeah.
Awesome, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna I'll log into both of these. Let me log into Upwork first, and then we'll log into the other one. All right. So I'm the king of Kindle publishing. So I outsource everything as it relates to my Kindle publishing account. But I also outsource other things too, as you'll see in just a moment. So here, I posted like a 25-page day trading report here. Here's a personal development report needed. Romance stories. So you see, I'm outsourcing both fact and fiction, right? What else? Copywriter needed to write daily emails. So just look at some of the stuff that you can actually outsource. Here are the active contracts that I have right now. I have 74 active contracts. Isn't that crazy? So reliable phone support person to answer the phones between 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. I've got someone monitoring our Facebook fan pages and add comments and messages. I've got a social media guy that's working on the social media side for me. I've got someone who sends out our daily emails in Infusionsoft, right, as well as on our blog. I needed someone to help increase our email deliverability rate because we were having some problems with Infusionsoft. Internet marketing copywriter. So do you see how, like, this is just insane? Let me load. Do you want me to load more of these so you can just get an idea as to just the types of things that you can go in and outsource? And let me see if they're responding here because I can't see.
When you start,
Maggie, it's unbelievable. Maggie says, "How much is it costing?" That is the beautiful part about it, Maggie. Right? When it comes to outsourcing, so my fear before I got started with outsourcing was that I needed these huge budgets, that I needed a ton of money. A lot of this stuff is done very cheaply. Right? So let me show you here. I've got here phone support person. You know how much I pay this person? $3 an hour, three something an hour. I think it's $4 maybe an hour. I can't remember what it is. Oh, $3.33 an hour. Do you see that? $3.33 an hour. Okay, now I've got some people that work just 10 hours, some that work 5 hours. Okay, so it really doesn't matter. Go ahead.
And
Tom,
guys,
did you have
and,
a
and
question?
something to remember here, guys, is that Ty and I, we have multiple businesses, right? We have multiple streams of income. So this isn't like all the cost for like one business. Like
Right.
these are associated with different streams of income. So, it's not like we don't have, so if we're making, say, $10,000 a month from one of our businesses, our outsourcing cost is pretty much, I can guarantee you, below $1,000. So
Yeah.
it's about you. That's why, like I taught you in this webinar, if you follow your income if you outsource task by task and follow a proven system, you can either follow the ones I share with you in the free time formula, or if you're already working on some, you just plug those in. If you already, like I said, if you have an ebook or something on your hard drive that you can then plug in, and you outsource these individual people. So we have lots of people working for us because we've been doing this for a while now, and like I said, we've outsourced many different businesses in different marketplaces, from app development to Kindle publishing to niche blogs and websites and things like that. So offline marketing, stuff like that. So again, you add people as you make money, right? And your outsourcers should generate you at least 300% return on whatever they're doing for you, because it is so inexpensive.
Right.
I mean, if you're following a business strategy that you can't afford to pay someone $3 an hour, you need to change your business strategy.
Hey Tom, I was just doing the math. I was taking my daughter to work to school this morning. I was doing the math on one of my businesses that generated about $800,000 last year. I have a team of outsourcers that total I pay about $1,000 a week, so about $4,000 a month. Now, I didn't start at that point, obviously, but this is a business that generates almost $1 million, right, a year. And Catherine says, is paying someone $3 an hour legal? Yes. Yes, yes, it is. Because this individual is in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, paying them $3 an hour, right, because the hourly wages are so low, is like paying someone $10 an hour. Okay? So yes, yes, it is.
And also, as well, I'll add to that, like in the course, Catherine, in the course, I talked to you about that $3 an hour. A lot of times you start people off on a for a trial period. So say for 90 days, you may pay them $2 or $3 an hour to get them good. But if they're really good, you would increase that, because again, if you're following a proven strategy, you'll be making plenty of money. So you can increase that once they're good and they're proven. And again, this is a mistake a lot of people make. They pay too much at the beginning, and they may not get the good people. You want to test people out, get them on a proven thing so that it works for both of you. Sure, once you're making a lot of money and they've proven they've been really good, especially if they've worked for you for a while, then you'll want to bump it up a little bit. But it's the rising rising tide rises all ships, or something. Incoming tide rises all ships. So it's a win-win for everybody. And again, like Ty said, in different countries they have different things. Like for example, a hotel manager, by the way, in in a top hotel in the Philippines makes about $200 a month. And that's a hotel manager working 40 hours a week. So,
Right.
These people are getting to work from home. Honestly, they love to do this. And it's not just the Philippines either. It varies. Like, I showed you an example in the presentation of how we hired someone for $30 to $30 who's in the UK.
And
to
Tom,
write.
let me switch it back to you so that they can get the URL, because there's people that are asking to get in still here.
Awesome.
So do you see how this works, folks? And Catherine, yes. Yeah, I think, Catherine, you're overcomplicating it, but yes, that's the exact process. It happens every day, all day. All right, so my phone is going crazy here. Yes, you're hiring folks from a freelance site. All right. Oh, Mick says, how do you monitor and manage tasks? So you can monitor directly from your account. Tom, do you want to handle that? And I'll pass the
Yeah,
swing it back
absolutely.
over
So
to you.
good question. And Kathleen, when we hire all these, that's a good question, Kathleen, as well. When we hire people, and Mick, I'll grab to yours in a second. When we hire people, we're not hiring them as employees, we're hiring them as freelance contractors. So you hire everyone as a freelance contractor. There's many benefits to doing that. I won't go into all the tax benefits of doing that at the moment because I'm not an accountant, but there is. As far as a freelance contractor goes, you can pay them whatever they want. I mean, they're the ones that are saying to you, you're not hiring them and saying, I'm only paying you this. It's an agreement. It's a contracted agreement between the two of you. So, it's up to them how much they charge for their services. So that's the difference. We're paying in the US business, but they're not employees, they're contractors, freelance contractors. And Mick says, how do you manage and monitor your tasks? So great question. There's some tools that I give you in the training program, but one of the simplest ways is through Upwork itself. So you can actually, they have this built in, and a lot of the other sites do as well. They have built-in monitoring services. So what will happen is if you hire someone, they log in to their account, and it will basically take screenshots of the stuff they're working on. So if you it'll screenshot what they're working on. So if you can monitor their work as they go from the comfort of your home. Again though, if you're in the program, Mick, and I'll walk you through, if you do things the way I show you, actually even don't need to do that. If you hire good people, you don't need to micromanage that much at all. I have a very simple process that I teach that'll show you how to
Do you have the screen? Do you have it?
Yes, I should show screen. Is it not yet? Or is it just a delay here? I think it's a
Try
delay.
it again.
Show the screen.
Let's see. There you go. We're back in business. And we're going to be closing out now. I actually have to run. I've got a call in just a few minutes. But everyone listen, here's the thing. We're going to hold this one-on-one call. We're going to do it how about we do it 4 weeks from now? That way everyone can jump in, you can get your feet wet, you can get acclimated to the system, and then, all right, we'll do it 4 to 5 weeks from now. And then at that point you'll have, some things in place, you'll have some questions, and then we'll have this 90-minute master class where just the individuals that got in today. How about we do this? How about let me add
one thing to that, buddy. And with that masterclass, guys, it's going to be awesome because you'll go through, and that's where you get to ask, if you have, if you're trying to outsource a specific thing in your business that you might be struggling with, it's like, how do I hire someone to do this, or what would you suggest for outsourcing this? You've seen Ty and I have gone into multiple marketplaces. We've done multiple things, all outsourced. So we can advise you on pretty much how to outsource any part of your business and how to build it effectively so that it will pay for itself multiple times over. So again, that Q&A mastermind is going to be phenomenal for you.
I think that alone will be worth thousands of dollars, just the stuff that will go in and how we can actually dig into your business and show you how to actually use outsourcing to start or grow, all right, your business. So, videos, can I outsource videos and membership sites? Yes, Mick, absolutely. Easy stuff. I do it all the time. All right, all the time. I have someone that actually handles my membership site. You can outsource coaching, anything that you want, you can outsource, okay?
And that's exactly the type of thing, Mick, as well, and that we can go into on that call as well. Much more detail on that. That's a perfect question. So, it's can I outsource a video? So that is the type of thing we can spend, 10, 15 minutes just talking about how to outsource a membership site and stuff. Because, like Ty said, we do it all day long. So, yeah, that call alone, guys, is going to be easily worth the price of the course, especially because you're getting it right now. And again, guys, normally it's $997, and because obviously it's Ty and myself, and we want to take care of you guys, it's only $497 right now, which is way more value. You're receiving a lot more value than the cost of the course itself.
Absolutely. All right. So everyone that's in right now, and that's going to be in as Patas says, that's a still. So that's for everyone that has gotten in so far. If you're still on the fence, do this. All right, go in, get in right now so that you can get all of the bonuses, including that special masterclass that Tom and I are going to put together from 4 to 5 weeks from now. If you are in the process of placing your order right now, just type in "I'm in." okay, into the questions box, because I would hate to close out this presentation, this webinar, and we did not see where you typed in I'm in. So if you've already typed in I'm in, we have you. I've already taken a note of that, all right, and I'll give that to Tom. Thank you. Awesome. Captain says, thank you. Great webinar. I appreciate it. Nikki says, I'm in. Okay, so go ahead. If you are in the process of placing your order right now as I'm speaking, okay, type in I'm in so that we can, yes, Mick, you can outsource webinars, right? You can outsource webinars as well. Okay. All right, so we've got everyone. Awesome. Now, here's the other thing. If you perhaps need to, you know what, Tom, let's do this. There's some folks that may need to, they want to get in, but they may need to speak to a significant or their partner, their business partner, or whoever else that they may need to consult with for a minute, right? So let's do this. Let's make this offer available, right? So everyone that gets in now or during the replay, if we have one, I'm recording this screen, so hopefully it comes out. Sometimes GoToWebinar is a little bit flaky. So everyone that gets in until we take the replay down, all right, if we have that available, you'll get, I know you'll get the bonus that I just spoke about. Tom, will you allow them to get your bonuses as well if they get in before the replay comes down?
Yeah, absolutely. For the people that were on, for the people that were on here, if it's later on in the, for people, we'll get a list of names. As long as we download the list of names from GoToWebinar and make sure that you guys were on live, because you did attend live, and I always like to reward people that actually took the time to sit here and were engaged and learned. So for you guys, yes. So if you do decide to join, you will get the bonuses. People that decided to wait and watch the replay, if those 20 have gone, then they've gone.
Okay, so if you're in the replay and you're watching, just go in and order as well, and you can get those bonuses also. Now, write down the URL if you need to go in and ask, your significant or your business partner. It's myftf.com/Ty, Ty. So that way you have it after we close out this webinar. And I think that's about it. Tom, did you have anything else that you want to go in and add to this? Or
yeah, I just want to say, guys, if you have any questions at all, I am always here to try and help. Like I've got a fantastic, couple of wonderful people that help me with questions and support and things like that. So I've got John and Jacqueline. So if you have any questions for me or the team, please just go to you can go to www.tomyandulasupport.com. So if for any reason you're trying to get on and in now and you were struggling and there was a problem and you couldn't get your order passed or you need help with anything, just go to www.tomyandulasupport.com, and you can submit a ticket and we'll be with you ASAP so we can answer any questions, or if there was something you didn't get answered on the webinar here that you feel you'd like to. And also, please feel free to find me on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I'm the only Tom Jandula on Facebook. Again, here, this is how you spell my name. Where's the testimonial with, here we go, Facebook testimonial. Here we go. So there you go, Tom Jandula. That's how you spell the name. Please find me on Facebook if you enjoyed this. I'd love to get your feedback. Post some feedback on my page if you enjoyed this. I always love to hear that. It's really, really helps them know that you guys enjoyed it. So that's it from me, Ty. Thanks so much for having us on. And guys, you guys rock. Well done for being here. And even if you decided not to join, please take action on just the stuff I taught you today. That will move you massively forward. And again, Ty and I are always here to help if you need anything. So thank you very much, guys. You rock. And really, really appreciate you giving up your time this afternoon. And I hope you got a lot of value from it.
Awesome. Have a good one. Have a great day, great night, great morning. And we'll see you.